Okay, so episode 4, Ray and Jake. So she's enjoying living with him. She admits to having jealousy issues, but it's really based on Zay's job because Zay is like a party promoter or something. So he always comes off as though he's single on social media. And she don't really like that. Okay, so that's a problem for her, and I can understand, definitely can understand that. Jake says that he can relate because I think either April does that or somebody from his past used to do that. So she feels like if she was with him, she would have to worry. She wouldn't have to worry about those things. It was in that moment I was like, Ray is falling for this boy. She is in, like, girl, she really seeing her life with this man, right? So Jake tells her if she feels that way about Zay, he may not be the guy for her. Okay, so then this is when I knew they was finna kiss. When they get up and they go and they overlook the water and she leaning on him and they laughing at each other. I said, watch they finna kiss, watch it. And they kissed. And it was super passionate. And I said, yeah, I said, because to me, that's all Ray knows how to give is the kisses, the physical part. That's all Ray really knows how to do. But I guess she had to learn, okay? So she takes Jake to meet her dad, and I kind of felt the way about that because I'm like, why is these people meet people family so quick? But again, I had to learn this is an accelerated process. That's why he had to meet her dad. But her dad was over there clowning Zay, so he don't approve of Zay at all. Anyway, Ray decides that Jake ends up meeting Jake lets Ray meet his mom, and I think his good friend. Okay, so his mom doesn't seem to be sold on Ray to me. Okay, what you say of her daddy though? What about her daddy? Her daddy was cute. Her daddy was cute. He did like Jake. He liked Jake much more than he liked Zay. For sure, for sure. I agree, Sanithia. Zay needs therapy. He has been through way too much and needs to process everything to grow. Absolutely, he does. And I've been saying that absolutely he needs that. He needs that time to himself to self-reflect and get himself together. What else happened? So Jake's mama don't seem to be sold on Ray. I think she still has a love for April. But Jake goes to tell Ray that his mom loves her and all this other stuff and told him that that's the type of girl that you need or something. And I said, I don't recall. Did I tune out? I don't remember his mama saying it. So I feel like he over there lying. If you ask me, I just feel like he over there lying. I'm like, girl, this boy don't see. He said he lying. Anyway, Randall, but y'all let me know if that's what y'all heard because I don't remember that. Okay. I think because Jake agreed to ride with him on the train. Oh yeah, probably so. And he handled it well, and he ain't poop, and he don't wear his pants below his butt. Feel what I'm saying? So Randall and Madeline, so they still in bed talking, child. They started off talking, still in the bed talking, and I hate how close he was to her face. And I'm just like, it's him saying how attractive he finds her. And I'm like, that girl is not attractive. Madeline speaks on not thinking about Colby and Shanique, right? And Randall, I love Randall's answer when she's like, I don't really think about Colby and Shanique at all. I'm not thinking about them. Girl, we know, Madeline, because you really didn't care for Colby. You really didn't care at all, girl. You really was out here on some, I'm trying to smash somebody and get away with it, okay? But then get mad at your boyfriend. But anyway, so Randall says, nah, I love my girl. He didn't say that, but in so many words, he was like, I love my girl. And it's hard for me to not think about her. And I said, that's right. That's right. How you come here with your man and you ain't thinking about him at all? Girl. Anyway, she ain't faithful to that man outside of the cameras, I don't think. But we learned a lot about Colby as the episodes went on. What else happened? Randall meets Madeline's friends, and one of Madeline's friends actually smashed Colby back in the day. I said, and y'all still like, why do people do that? Why do people do that? Like, I mean, maybe that is a good person for you. I don't know, but I don't want to date nobody that I know my friend has smashed. I don't give a when y'all did it. I don't care to do that. So I mean, only for her to go on and get pregnant, I guess. What else? Her friends are shitting on Colby though. They're praising Randall, but talking down about Colby very badly. I guess, girl. Shanique and Zay. Zay meets her family. Felt really bad for Zay. Zay did a lot of stuttering during this time frame. He really couldn't explain a lot of the questions that they asked. But the one that was really tough was when he talked about his parents. And I felt bad for him because he said his parents was never really there for him nor his siblings. Like they literally had to go steal water from somewhere else to bring it back home to do X, Y, and Z. So I really felt bad. And it actually made me tear up because I was like, how do you have these children and you just leave them? How do you have children and you just let them fend for themselves? Like I just don't understand that. And I really, girl, I ain't teared up. Girl, I cried in that moment because I was like, that is so sad that he had to endure this. And now as an adult, he has to navigate the traumas of what he went through because your was not ready to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some kids that have to navigate through people that were actually trying to be a parent and just weren't great ones or whatever. But I just felt a way about that. Right. And then knowing he had to live in a car too. So I'm like, dang, they really had it rough out here in these streets. Okay. So what else? Okay, so the ladies link up. Let's get to that. Shanique tells us about how Zay had a boner when they was cuddling. I said, ooh, Ray tried to take it as good as she could, but some part of me felt like Ray wasn't fazed by that because she knew she was over here smashing on Jake. And I don't care what nobody say. Ray can never sit on a stage anywhere and tell me that she and Jake never smashed. I don't give what she talking about. Cause y'all did. Why y'all got a gold box with kinky items and different stuff in it? Like, why do y'all have that if y'all ain't never do nothing? Like, girl, I don't believe that. And we know how you get down. It's all about the physical touch for you. Ray tells April that she kissed him. Like, that's it. I kissed Jake. That's it. Okay. I kissed him, but April seemed like she's sitting up there trying to take it all in. Madeline tells April she know why this man been having issues with her. It's because she talked too much. I said, oh, well, you ain't really lie right there, Madeline. It's just about how you go about saying stuff. Madeline throws shade when she tells her, like, girl, you're hot, you're sexy. And then April says, thank you. She said, yeah, that's like the only compliment I'm throwing at you. B-I-T, and I probably would have been throwing a drink at you. Girl, I'm trying not to insult her facial features, but you, B.I.T., sit up here trying to comfort that girl. Let me move on, Madeline, girl. So April starts talking again over Madeline, and she tells them about them effing without protection, pretty much planning a wedding. Her dad thinks they're married and stuff. That was overkill. I feel like, girl, not y'all doing all of this now. I guess I could understand her frustration if they were indeed planning a wedding, but you can make a commitment to a car or whatever, or a house that you're going to have for years, but you can't, that's for me, but you can't sit up here and go ahead and just marry me. Like, yeah, that does sound a bit off, but did you plan the wedding with him or you just planned it with yourself? Okay. What else? Oh, April wanting to have kids and talking about infertility because she had cysts on her ovaries and stuff. Completely understand. I hate that for her, but I also felt like maybe it's not just you though. Maybe it is him. A lot of times women result to the fact that, oh, it could be me as to why I can't give birth to, can't have a child. But nobody really considers that the men be infertile too. Like, maybe it's him. Ain't no telling what he did while he was over there in the military that could have caused him to be a little slim down there. I don't know. And yeah, you may have cysts on your ovaries, and I'm sure, maybe some other women were able to still, have births, and maybe it was high risk, or get pregnant, have a high risk pregnancy, even with those cysts. Not sure how that all works, but girl, maybe some of it is him. You put all that pressure on you. But anyway, and then also maybe it's just not him too, right? Meaning, maybe he's just not the guy you're supposed to have a child with. Madeline has so much to say about everybody else's man. When is she going to talk about her man? Okay, when is she going to be having some things to say about Colby or whatever? Okay, when is she going to get to that point? But anyway, so Ray don't know what she wants. Madeline tells Shanique about her experience with Randall, and she tries to rub it in her face. Like, yeah, Randall kissed me. He kissed me off camera. Yeah, he kissed me off camera. And then she got all drunk and stuff. Shanique speaks on not living with Randall because she doesn't want him to use it as an excuse to not get married. I feel like that kind of makes sense. Yeah, like don't, I mean, if you don't want to do that, cool, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Make him give you some type of commitment, because sometimes people try to pigeonhole folks in that position of, yeah, we just gonna live together, but we ain't get married. No, we're not. Okay, how about that? If that's the case, then I could just do it on my own. No, thank you. So Shanique felt like she wasn't being appreciated for who she is and how he doesn't do spontaneous things, and she needs those things. Okay. Madeline tells her he kissed her off camera and how hot he is and everything, right? So she talks about that. Ray says Shanique is upset, and Madeline says that I don't care. I don't give a. I don't care. I don't care if she is or she isn't. And then she all drunk talking about, so I'm ready to go kiss Zay. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go and kiss Zay behind the cameras. I wanted somebody to just mush the out of her. She was so irritating, bro. So, and you know what? I believe that on the very last night. I truly believe that. And I feel like he wasn't trying to do anything on camera. That's what that was. But I do believe that he did that. I think Shanique deserves better and Randall. Randall ain't it. You think so? Oh, wow. Okay. I think they did do other things off camera. I feel like she slobbed on my like on a car, check it with me and do your job. I feel like that's what she was doing for sure. Behind the scenes, shot. Give me 1 second. Let me see what else going on over here. Okay. What else? What else? What else? So Zay and Jake talk about Ray's issues with Zay. Zay is ready to marry her, but doesn't accept. Oh, let me go back. Let me go back. So the guys link up, right? Kobe calls out Zay for having him come kiss another chick. Now, when Kobe said this, I felt like, you know what? Zay, I feel like Kobe was joking, but Zay didn't take that SHI as a joke. And he was about to knock it out. He almost called him an NIGGA. And he was telling Randall to switch seats with him. And I was so here for that moment. But I know Kobe was doing things. Number one, he was trying to be funny the first time, I think. Number two, I felt like he saw how Zay was getting pissed and he just egged it on, like he enjoyed that, right? So Zay had Randall switch seats with him because he didn't want to do something he'll probably regret. I said, okay. So what we learned is that Zay is ready to be married to Ray, but she doesn't accept him for who he is. And I feel like it's probably hard to accept you for who you are when she probably sees so much potential in you and see you being able to be so much of a better person, but you're not on that pathway to even try to work on those things. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why she probably gets frustrated with you. Right. What else? I felt Randall played for my team for sure. Girl, the way he was outside talking to Shanique outside by that fucking van when she got upset and they was on the side, headed to the parking garage. I forgot what they were talking about. I think it was Madeline. They kissed or something. Girl, I had to go to Twitter and I typed in Randall. Tell me why the first thing that came up on Twitter was Randall Gay. I was like, who? I said, is this somebody last name Randall Gay? I tapped on, I said, or is this Randall Gay? So I tapped, I saw the motherfucking tweets and I failed. But I said, I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm not gonna put that on that young man. I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, he's just not like everybody else, okay? I'm not gonna do that. But them motherfucking tweets, I was in tears. Y'all just go to Twitter and type it in, but I'm not gonna put that on Randall. I ain't gonna do my boy like that. Okay, so Randall, Jake is advocating for himself, right? So when Zay tells Jake, like, listen, I want to marry her, like I'll marry her right now, but don't tell her that or whatever like that. This is when Jake kind of starts to go off on Zay about how he may treat her and stuff. And pretty much to me, I felt like Jake was advocating for himself and he just likes her. You know what I'm saying? He was just advocating for himself when it came down to he and Ray, because he just really likes her. Because I just feel like, why are you coming off a bit hostile? This ain't your relationship. Like, bro, you don't even know me like that. Like, you getting a little loud with your tone, just a little bit. Trying to call me out about things that I've done or whatever she's told you, but you ain't been in our relationship the whole time to know. But, okay. So, Randall and Kobe. So, they talk. Randall and Kobe talk. They can't handle the conversation, especially when he heard that they kissed. Okay, so he tells her, or she tells him, like, yeah, I kissed him or whatever. So Kobe really couldn't handle it. And Kobe, you was full of SHI and all of the tea talking about some damn, you over here being mad and feeling away, only for you to go and show your ass. Okay, later on in the season, girl. But let's go ahead and move on.